swung in front. Restless Dan and Slick Appeal coming in. Carriage under fire. Smooth Satin. Smooth Satin not including.
Hi there, welcome to an action-packed today's racing tonight. So much to review, so much to look back on. The highlights included Doomman today, young Lacey Morrison with a winning double, and Chris Reith, who also enjoyed a double at the track. At Moonee Valley, with persistent rain on AFL Grand Final Day, 9 races. Track was eventually downgraded from good down to slow by race 6. Mick Price stable to the 4. Chattanooga chimed up in one of the last races on the card. It was a nasty fall in race 6. Darren Gauchi A-OK, but sadly for the connections of Paris Rock, the horse had to be put down. Murray Bridge Cup Day, Simon Price and Tony McAvoy to the 4. Stakes racing from Belmont in the west. Takahide Ekanushi continues on his winning ways, along with David Harrison, the West's star trainer. Darren Beedman and John Hawkes had a red letter day at Randwick, except no luck with Lonhro and the George Main. An amazing race, plenty of tactics. I'm sure you'll enjoy that replay. And from the future point of view, a horse, perhaps a star in the making, emerged. Private Steer, who will now take on Victory Vane in the Flight Stakes. We begin today's racing tonight with an action-packed Randwick program. 9 races in all. Ian Craig to call the action.
Oh, Secret Land still a bit edgy with Decaf. Line is better now. Off this time, Secret Land jumped about 7th, and actually Charm View, one of the best to break the line. Going up very quickly is Toby Bess, and Bella Carew showing speed, as is Harry Murray and Shardida. And now Secret Land is bustling forward, and Conzami going with it. Midfield, Sister Declan. A length further back is Spur Sent. Decaf a long way away with Regal County, and forget about Kate. Down past the 600, and the leader narrowly is Toby Bess, a half length Secret Land. A length away third is Charm View from Conzami Shardida, and then comes on the inside Spur Sent, and wider out is Harry Murray, and then Sister Declan and Bella Carouse. They top the rise and down to the 250. Oh, Toby Bess is creating all sorts of problems to Secret Land by hanging. Spur Sent got up on the inside, and then comes Conzami and Bella Carouse, but Spur Sent kicked away. In second place Bella Carouse, but Spur Sent in front and holding her rivals, and Spur Sent has won it from a good go. Regal County made up many lengths with Bella Carouse and Sister Declan. They're the 3 in it for second, third and fourth from Charm View, and then came Conzami Shardida, followed by Toby Bess, who really mucked up Secret Land, and then Harry Murray and Decaf and Kate was last to complete the course. Monty Grand is in. They're off in the Dulcify, and actually Schumpeter jumped best. Away well was Penetrator, and the same for Humayan. Maximise is right there, and so's Recruiting, and trying to get across the face of the field is Civics. No luck at the moment, followed by Beaver Shalang, and then Master Veloci, and last is Monty Grand. It's Schumpeter, the leader, to the back. Penetrator sitting second, a length and a half away third. On the outside from the leader, but persevering now is Recruiting. He was trapped very wide, Scott Seamer, on Recruiting, so he's racing up to almost the quarters of Schumpeter as they go down the back. Penetrator third, and Civics very wide, but he's going forward now, followed by Humayan, Maximise, Shalang, Beaver, Master Veloci, and Monty Grand close up on the inside. Recruiting to the lead. 1,200 metres left to go now. About a length or so on Schumpeter, being passed by Civics. Racing fourth is Penetrator, then Humayan, a little more than a length to Maximise. Then Shalang, Master Veloci on its outside. Beaver second last, and Monty Grand is last. 10 lengths from the leader, Recruiting it out of the back straight, coming along to the 900 marker, and Recruiting in front by 3/4 to a length on Civics, 1.5 to Schumpeter. A length further back is Penetrator, followed closely by Humayan as the speed slows. A gap then to Maximise, wider Master Veloci, Shalang and Beaver, and Monty Grand brings up the rear. 700 ahead of them here, no change in the order, and Recruiting by a half length on Civics. Maximise whipping up quickly from Schumpeter. Penetrator. Off the track is the flashy horse Master Veloci. Bellucci, Humayan next, and then comes Beaver, Shalang, and Monty Grand brings up the rear. Recruiting taken on in earnest by Civics as they round the corner. A length and a half penetrated a third, and then Master Bellucci maximises. They come down to the 250, and Civics races to the lead. Danny Nicolai going for home on the Melburnian. Recruiting second, followed by Penetrator. Beaver and the stablemate Shalang are coming quickly, with Monty Grand getting a split. The favourites are gone. Monty Grand, Beaver and Shalang. Here's a 3-horse go. Beaver hits the front in the middle, and Beaver will win the money. Beaver has gone on to win it from Monty Grand and Shalang, and Humayun's run fourth. Then Penetrator, Recruiting, Schumpeter, Civics, followed by Maximise, and Master Bellucci last to complete the course. Number 5, Beaver. Beaver, Darren Beedman. Is this going to be a huge day for Darren and Johnny Hawkes? They've got some terrific prospects later in the afternoon, including, of course, Lonhro. Beaver, owned by Jack and Bob Ingham, by Bite the Bullet. I was only commenting during the week on Wednesday that they had a winner with a Bite the Bullet, the Inghams, and rare for them to race stock from this particular very successful stallion, but they've had 2 winners in the space of a week, with Beaver number 5 at 8.50 and 2.20. Number 9 is second, Monty Grand, Glen Boss, replaced Scott Pollard, 3.70. And number 10, Shalang, Corey Brown, trained by John Hawkes, and it's paid 2.70. Quite a lot of action. Racing in the Breeders' Plate. Hurricane Lou missed it badly, flying a formality likewise, specially made jump quickly, and so too did Scurry Murray, and moving up very quickly Ryball. Billy Whiz nice and handy, so's Merhoob. Long Flat and Lespalia followed by Red Aspect. Hurricane Lou picking up some lost ground, then flying a formality. Berber's a long way back as they race down towards the corner. Spinning Boys made a little ground wide out as Scurry Murray loses leeway, and Al Jamil is last. They race to the corner, and Merhoob getting through on the inside takes the lead narrowly from Specially Made. Behind them a length away third, and wider Billy Whiz from Lespalia, and then Spinning Boy. Hurricane Lou and a length and a half to Ryball. Long Flat and flying formality. Berber's a minute away. They race down to the 200 marker. Merhoob accelerates. Ryball down after him, followed by Lespalia. Forget the favourites. Here's Ryball, Darren Beedman. Ryball quickly collared Merhoob, followed by Spinning Boy coming late, but Ryball in front of Spinning Boy, and Ryball gets the money. Ryball beats Spinning Boy and Lespalia, followed by Merhoob, who weakened. Al Jamil ran on. So did Berber, then Scurry Murray, followed by Flying Formality. Then Billy Whiz, Red Aspect, Specially Made. Hurricane Lou beat one to the line, and that was Long Flats. Rybald. Ooh, that'll bring back memories to many university students. I suppose it was, I never read the magazine, but it would have been about the 1970s. Quite a raunchy publication. 60s, eh? Quite a raunchy publication. Rybald, anyway. The Galloper, by the same name, has made an impressive debut to take out the Breeders' Plate. Is this going to be a huge day for Darren and Johnny Hawkes? 2 so far. Here are the numbers: 11, 14, 6 and 8. 11, Rybald, D. Beedman first. 14, Spinning Boy, ridden by L. Beasley second. 6, Lespalia, J. Cassidy third. And 8, Merhoob, G. Boss, a weakening fourth. There's movement in the middle, however. Racing in the Red Jalen. Prophet Jewel, the favourite, was last out. Second last to leave was Baroness Brittany, and Screen Jester flew out. and is in front a half to 3/4 Sierra Dane, Move It or Lose It, Private Steer and Sunday Joy wide of Middlebrook. Length and a half to Samar, followed by Squish, and then Just Fame and Bullaborg Easy, Baroness, Brittany, Maisonette, then Prophet Jewel, Dark Topaz and Absolute Acacia Bay to the course proper, and Screen Jester 3/4 Sierra Dane, a length and a half to Sunday Joy, Private Steer, and a little wide out at the moment is Sierra Dane, is Middlebrook, who's back in about 5th position, and following Sierra Dane 2 and about 2.5 then to Move It or Lose It, followed closely by Squish, and deeper out is Samar, then Bullaborg Easy, Just Fame. A length further away is Baroness, Brittany, 1.5 Prophet Jewel, Maisonette, Dark Topaz, and Absolute as Acacia Bay, travelling to the corner. And the leader here is Screen Jester, a half length on Sierra Dane and Middlebrook, making a line of 3. Private Steer on the outside of Sunday Joy at about 3 lengths to Samar, and then comes Bullaborg Easy, Just Fame, and as far as Prophet Jewel is concerned, it's 5th last, but in the meantime, Private Steer hits the front. Private Steer race clear of Sierra Dane, they drop Middlebrook, and then Bullaborg Easy, Just Fame, forget Sunday Joy. This is good. Private Steer race right away from Sierra Dane, and it's a huge win to Private Steer from Sierra Dane and Bullaborg Easy, and then came Just Fame. Acacia Bay made ground from Sunday Joy, Middlebrook, and then a gap Samar, Squish, Maisonette, Prophet Jewel, and then a break Dark Topaz, Baroness, Brittany, Screen Jester, and Move It or Lose It was Absolute. Strike a light. This is pretty darn good. Private Steer. Well, I suppose they don't win maidens at Kembla Grange in track record time by 10 1/4 lengths if they're average. And it has given those talented fillies an absolute shellacking. And 5:30 and 2:10. Standing by for the numbers to be semaphored after the Reg Allen handicap. Number 8 will beat 6 and 3. Private Steer by Dane Hill Dancer from Lisheen Owen, trained by Lee Curtis. The Stan Fox, the NTG Stan Fox Stakes 1400. Line steadies. They're racing. Immediately Dane's Supply dropped out in company with the filly Rare Insight, and Tom Carews, the early leader, taken on and headed by Pendulum, and Force Apollo going swiftly, followed closely by Dial Tone. Schwarzy is going to be caught wide out, and then Dane's Supply, followed by If You Say So, Prince Dane, Magic Marvo, and close up Rare Insight. They travel along to the 1,000 marker. Speed is pretty good here, and Pendulum narrowly over Tom Carews. Schwarzy, no luck early, very wide, followed by Force Apollo, and over on the inside of it is Dial Tones, If You Say So, Dane Supply, Prince Dane, Magic Marvo. Rare Insight is last as they come down to the 700, and Schwarzy. Boss pressed on, otherwise he was going to be in no man's land. And to the 600, Schwarzy opens up a length and a half, Pendulum and Tom Carews. 2 lengths to Force Apollo, followed by Dial Tones, If You Say So, Dane Supply wide. Magic Marvo in the middle, Prince Dane tucked away, and Rare Insight quietly ridden at the rear. Schwarzy swings in the Stan Fox, a length and a half. Tom Carews followed by Pendulum, Force Apollo, and a length further back as If You Say So, and Rare Insight is trying to weave clear, but Schwarzy pinches a break at the 200. Schwarzy, 2 Rare Insight seeing daylight, and the filly is going after Schwarzy very quickly. It's Rare Insight pegging back Schwarzy, stride by stride. Rare Insight gets Schwarzy. Magic Marvo late, but it's Rare Insight. The filly has beaten the Colts and Geldings. Rare Insight from a photo, Magic Marvo, and the weakening Schwarzy from Dial Tones in company with Dane Supply, Force Apollo, Tom Carews, and If You Say So, and a Pendulum was second last, tailed off Prince Dane. That was her race. Number 10, Rare Insight. Darren Beedman has now clocked 3 for the day. Beaver, Rybald, and Rare Insight, ditto, J.R. Hawkes. Number 10, Rare Insight by O'Reilly from Centenaire. Has always promised plenty. She displayed so much in the autumn. She spelled after a win in Brisbane in May. Came back a good run in the Shirako to Pompey, and then a better run in the Research, and that was over the 1200 up to the 14 today, and the filly has beaten the boys. 10-4-1. And a fourth placing, number 5. 10 Rare Insight, D. Beedman first. Number 4, Magic Marbo, J. Sheehan for Rod Craig second. And Schwazier weakened over the concluding stages. Glenn Boss, Paul Perry, 5 fourth. The officials, 10, the winner, 391.60, number 4, 670, number 1, 160, Quinella 79.40, Exactor 109.50. All set now, the Colin Stephen quality, 2,400 metres. And they're off this time. Star of the Seas and Dual Fuel just a little slowly into stride. The favourite jumped nicely, Red Trinket. It won't lead. Going forward quickly, Daniels the man with one of its stablemates, Master Pom, and the other stablemate, Georgie Boy. 3 in line, followed by Manzeal, Gamesman, Time Off. Red Trinket inside of Bellow Senor from Harp of Tara, Dual Fuel. Then Feed the Meter, followed closely by Native Jazz inside Prince Hal from National Treasure. About 2.5 Piace, a length and a half to Star of the Seas. Out of the straight they travel, 1900 to go, and on the inside it's Master Pom, keen to go faster, leads Georgie Boy a half, and Georgie Boy throwing his head about. Gamesman wide as third from Daniels the man. On the inside of Time Off and a couple to Manzeal, 2.5 Bellow Senor, 1.5 the favourite Red Trinket from Harp of Tara, Dual Fuel, and then Feed the Meter, Native Jazz. A length then to Prince Hal, followed 2 back by National Treasure. A good margin of 4 to Piace, and nearly 4 lengths further back, Star of the Seas. By golly, they're stringing out down the back of the track and heading to the halfway at the 1200 marker. And this leader is bowling along, Master Pom, by 2 lengths. Gamesman sitting second, Daniels the man third, then Georgie Boy. A length of Time Off, Manzeal. Red Trinket inside Bellow Senor. Dual Fuel on the inside of Harp of Tara. Then Feed the Meter, Native Jazz, Prince Hal. Length and a half further back in the field is National Treasure with 2 behind her. And they are Piace and Star of the Seas. There's no change in the order as they come onto the High Street side. 900 left to go on the Colin Stephen, and the leader is Master Pom from Gamesman. Daniels the man hugging the rails. Georgie Boy 1 out 1 back from Time Off, Manzeal. Red Trinket over on the inside of Bellow Senor, Harp of Tara, and then a gap to Dual Fuel, Feed the Meter, Prince Hal. 1 further away on the race is Native Jazz, passed by National Treasure. Star of the Seas next to last, and Absolute is the Victorian Piace. Master Pom will lead the field around the corner, about a length or so. Gamesman second, a length third, Manzeal, followed by Daniels the man, Harp of Tara, and then Georgie Boy, Bellow Senor, Feed the Meter, and a Red Trinket. Let's look for Red Trinket. It's starting to come into it very quickly. Got the split and went whoosh, and down past the 150. Red Trinket from Manzeal, the bolter Prince Hal. Red Trinket in front. Prince Hal coming at the favourite, but Red Trinket carrying too many guns, and Red Trinket wins the Colin Stephen from Prince Hal. National Treasure flew and is in a photo for third with Manzeal. Then Feed the Meter, followed by Piace, Native Jazz. Further off in the field then Bellow Senor, Star of the Seas, Harp of Tara, and then Time Off, Gamesman, followed by well back Daniels the man in company with Master Pom, Georgie Boy, and Dual Fuel was tailed off. And we're set for action. This absorbing race about to unfold. Set. Racing in the San Miguel, George Main, and Sunline bounced straight into the lead, and she's a length and a half to fire. Third a length away is Lonro, followed by Shogun Lodge. A length and a half to the stablemates, Hey Pronto inside Accelerator. They race down the back of the course, and nothing's worrying Sunline, and she's out a length and 3/4 on Defire. Nearly 2 lengths to Shogun Lodge on the outside of Lonro, and the stablemates together last, Hey Pronto on the inside of Accelerator. They work in this fashion along to the first corner, and Childs allowed to dictate on Sunline, nothing going near her. And Sunline sweeps onto the side, about a length and a half clear, and the speed is muddling. Defire is second, 2 to Shogun Lodge, 3/4 to Lonhro, a length and a half Accelerator, and a half length to Hey Pronto. This is the order. Coming along towards the halfway mark, and Sunline getting things made to order for her. And Sunline, she's out by 2 lengths to Fire as Greg Charles quickens marginally. 2 lengths to Lonhro on the inside of Shogun Lodge, and then Hey Pronto and Accelerator. The crowd here at Randwick are starting to really pep up. They can see Sunline well clear. She's 2 lengths to Fire on the corner. A length and a half to Lonhro. Shogun Lodge, wider Accelerator. Hey Pronto last around the turn and up the rise in the George Main. And Sunline taken on by Defire. Lonhro pocketed. Accelerator running a mighty race. So too Shogun Lodge at the 200 now. Sunline grabbed by Defire. Accelerator the outside, but it's Defire. He's gritty. He's game. He's holding Accelerator, and Defire, what a horse. Defire wins the George Main from Accelerator. Third Sunline, fourth Lonhro, then Shogun Lodge and Hey Pronto.